and salutations everyone, I am finally back with another video. Gosh, it feels like forever since I've done the last one. My, how time flies. Anyway, back to business, shall we? After my long absence away, as I was moving houses, I decided to come back with a bang by playing a retro old school game, or rather a retro styled game, if you would prefer, called Orake 2D from Steam. Now, while I didn't exactly have the highest of expectations for it, in fact I was expecting to come back disappointed. To clarify, I tend to do poorly in, well, retro old school MMORPGs, be it in Ultima Online, Runescape, Everquest, Everquest 2, Tibia, and the like. It tends to end the same, with me confused, dead in some far-off land, with no hopes of returning to a safe location ever again, only for me to ultimately close out of the game, disappointed with my experience, and generally having a sour taste for the genre. Which, yes, is probably due to years of playing MMORPGs that literally holds your hand, as you're told everything you need to know, like how to walk left and right, or how to loot items. You know, useless information like that. I mean, who really needs to know how to move? My 80-year-old half-blind grandmother could figure out how to move a character, and she doesn't even play MMORPGs. Sheesh. This game is different, however. It is not like that at all. In this game, it doesn't tell you how to walk. No. In this game, maybe it does. Well, at least this game doesn't tell you how to loot items. Jokes aside, whilst doing this tutorial, it wasn't as tedious as I was expecting it to be, due to this game having some unique key bindings that were helpful to learn about. Also, it told me how to kill fish. Lots of fish. I'm talking tons of fish. Die, little fishies! Die! Stab! Stab! Now, after spawning into this majestic and magical world rendered with reminiscent nostalgic sprite graphics, I was immediately placed into danger as I was escaping the destruction of the general area, only for me to narrowly escape getting my face eaten off by rampaging ravenous rats looking for their next meat stick. Luckily, I had fish. Remember that time I killed fish? Yeah, that was great. Ultimately, though, it was for naught as I died anyway. Story of my life, really. But this is where the game picked up, or rather started. At this very point, I was able to try out the crafting system that was quite different to what I'm used to in most games, to say the least. After you collect the countless items necessary to craft your items of choice, be it from attacking a tree mercilessly with your hatchet until the region is completely barren, or killing the native wildlife till your bloodthirsty hunger is sated. Anyway, once all of that is completed and you've littered the ground with all of the useless fish that you've collected, as it was filling up your inventory, you can simply craft by going to the required station like anvils, forges, or campfires with the items you've gathered. Drag them over said area and boom, you, my friend, are done. It was quite satisfying, I must say. Now I will point out it is not as easy as it sounds, as sometimes you will miss the crafting benches. The struggle was real. Just land on the right spot. Oh, finally, praise Arceus. Taking a further look into the crafting system from my travels across the vast land that encompasses Orake, I discovered firstly that this game is way too large. Second, as you level up and continue, not only will you need better gear, you will also need higher level gathering tools to harvest higher materials. How did I figure this out? By hatcheting everything I could get close enough to. I might have a problem. Even the NPCs felt my attacks as I mercilessly attacked them in order to gain their attention. Of course, they were immune to it, and it really is the only way to interact with them. But hey, it felt like I was attacking them, and that is what counts, okay? Don't judge me. On that note, the combat is what you would expect from this style of game. It's tab target, with it being on the clunky side. But hey, what retro old school sprite MMORPG isn't? To be fair, what sprite MMORPG in general doesn't have clunky combat? Food for thought. Anywho, while it was clunky at first, I did end up enjoying it for its simplicity, as shooting hapless hordes of rodents with my handcrafted arrows that I spent way too much time making as for once, and I'm abhorred to say this, enjoyed crafting. So yes, once again, the combat is pretty basic with simple attacks, but it is not bad by any means. It's just the simple style the game was going for, which I can't really fault it for. After spending a large amount of time exploring the first area, it didn't take me long to realize this game doesn't hold your hand, as I was given riddles to solve and basic instructions as I frantically tried to solve how to open a goddamn magic cavern door by solving the witch's puzzle, with my only clue being quotation mark kill end quotation mark. Now trust me, I killed a lot of things and nothing worked. I totally solved this puzzle, of course, but never ye fear, as if you're not bright enough to solve puzzles or riddles for that matter, there is always a wiki, and this game has one dedicated, which you can find on their website. Now, there's no shame in using a wiki, guys. Everyone uses it, or at least that's what I tell myself every night before I sleep. Once I left my newly found island home filled with the scattered items and Super Saiyan compadres I found in the cave, which was quite strange, I left for the main island, where the game hits its peak. At this point, you're free to travel and explore. This, in my opinion, is the best part of Orake, as there is a shit ton, a metric shit ton, to explore and figure out. Not only in my travels around did I find a weird area that I unfortunately couldn't quite figure out how to enter, I also found an undead fortress, and that led me to an undead area, only to be finally transported into a completely different town altogether. All in all, it was a whole lot of fun exploring until my curiosity got the better of me and I was trapped into a tiny little house and murdered by an orc. God damn it, why didn't you let me move, stupid pillar? Why did I talk to you? This is always what happens. Which leads me to my next point. I was in hell. I wasn't simply revived into the nearest town or spawn area, I was sent to a new area called Hell, or the Underworld, where I could revive up or train. Features like this isn't exactly groundbreaking or original by any means, but it is, in my opinion, pretty awesome, and there isn't a whole lot of games that really utilize this feature, and it was nice to see. Throughout the whole of my experience playing through this MMORPG, I had a sense of wonder, as there were a ton of hidden items and areas scattered around the 2D game, which had me checking every corner, which was a nice experience. This game has its downsides, as its population is less than stellar, and is, as I've mentioned, clunky at times, but it at least makes up for it in the sheer amount of exploration and wonder. So I feel like if you enjoy MMORPGs like Ultima Online or Tibia, you're probably going to enjoy this game just as much. It's nothing groundbreaking, but overall the sheer amount of things found within this game and the amount of areas you can traverse through, like hell, heaven, yeah, I even found heaven, undead plains filled with corpses, or simply towns overrun by orcs. Not including, mind you, the fun yet strange crafting system that all culminates into a fun little retro getaway. Either way, I left the experience feeling like I accomplished something, even if it was just some flimsy arrows. Either way, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you'd like to check out this game, you can follow the link in the description. It is on Steam, which is nice. So thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with all of the latest MMORPG news. And with that being said, good day, night, or afternoon, wherever it is where you are, and I will be seeing you guys next time.
You're not this night.